Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. And today, I'm just going to give you guys a farm update, kind of what we're doing this weekend on the farm. At the beginning of the video, you guys saw me spot spraying this area right here. And this area is where I put my hay 2 years ago, and I discovered it had stickers. So some people call it goat heads, but really what we have here on my property is not really a goat head. It's a sand burr or a grass burr. It looks just like it. It's not as hardy as the goat heads, but they are, they will spread. So I am going to spot spray this to try to kill all the heavy weeds right here. Basically, this is where I put 2 different bales of hay 2 years ago, and I discovered both bales had stickers in it after I was told that they wouldn't have stickers. So I haven't bought hay from that guy since. And I burned most of that hay 2 years ago after I discovered that. But I did discover some stickers, some sand burrs or grass burrs, whatever you want to call them. And then obviously it's gotten into that other pasture where the goats are, because I found some right up against the fence line. So obviously the wind picked up and probably blew some over there or something at one point. Because when we first moved out here, I never did see, you know, goat heads or sand burrs or grass burrs, whatever they are. I never did see any out here. But in this hay, right where I had this hay, there's definitely some here. So I'm gonna walk around and see if I see any more. I'm gonna go spray where I know I had hay that 2 years ago. Last year's hay didn't have any stickers in it, but it did have a lot of sticks. So I'm not gonna buy from that guy again either. We'll have to try someone new this year. I'm gonna go across the driveway and see if I see any more stickers over there. So while we're over here in the cow pasture, the 8-acre pasture over here, I thought I'd show you guys my spring or my seep. Well, I call it a seep. This is where we get all the water on the property. It's from this little pond right here. It typically doesn't change elevation, but we had so much early rain this year, and now we're not getting hardly any. This has dropped probably about 6 to 8 inches, which that's the first time I've ever seen this actually drop elevation level, you know. But there's still plenty of water in there, and you can still follow the water out of the seep down to my next 2 ponds. So it's still producing water. It's still got water. I think just the water level below ground is getting lower. So this is getting lower. It's not as heavy. It's not a flow like a stream flow, but it is seeping out. So it's still making it to the other ponds. Actually, I'll take you over there here in a minute, and you can see where the ground is still muddy. It's still wet, and we haven't had rain probably in 5 days. So even right here where I'm standing is muddy. I mean, yeah, this is all mud right here. So the water level in this area is just getting lower, so it's dropping the elevation or the level of the water here in the seep. So I don't know how good this is going to show up on camera, but typically, like, this follows, y'all can see the seep, or the seep right there. Maybe I can't tell on the viewfinder if y'all can see that or not, but you can follow the water down this way underground, and then it's exposed right here, and typically there's about 4 or 5 inches of water just right here in this little area year round. But this is the first time I've seen it dry. It is muddy. You can definitely see that it's still muddy right there, but there's actually no standing water. But it's still, I'm convinced it's still traveling underground all the way to the pond right over there. I mean, this is all muddy right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's all mud. Okay, y'all may not be able to hear me, but because Jenny right here is breathing heavy. So this is what I was talking about. Y'all can kind of, Jenny, stop. Let me see if it'll focus on that. Jenny, get back. Here, I'll pull this one. Here's one over here. Let's see if she'll eat it. You want to eat it? She don't want it. Here, you want it? Yeah, she ain't gonna eat it. So that's what I was talking about. So that's what I need to spot spray over here as well. Okay, so some of y'all are probably wondering why am I spot spraying and why don't I just spray with my sprayer that I attach to my four-wheeler. I do plan on doing that, but I think I waited too long this year to really get that done. Plus my four-wheeler's not running. So I need to fix that. So as of right now, I'm just gonna spot spray where I know the stickers are. And this is gonna take several years for me to get this under control. Some of y'all are probably wondering, why aren't you even spraying at all? Shouldn't you be organic? I don't claim to be an organic farm at all. I don't think I have time to be organic. I work a full-time job. I'd love to do organic stuff probably down the road, but right now it's not efficient for me to be organic. Jenny, no. Just trying to get my sprayer. Jenny, she wants to chew on it. So that's why I'm spot spraying. I do plan on coming back over here and mowing this 8 acres before I put my cows back in and letting it grow in for about a week before they come back in. And then I do plan on spraying it, doing another post-emergent, the whole 8 acres. And that's gonna be fairly expensive, but it's probably the quickest way for me, having a full-time job, that's probably the most efficient way for me to do it right now. So here's a good example of what I'm talking about. And there's several stems with goat heads or grass burrs or sand burrs on them. I've already sprayed this one, but okay, we're gonna go feed the goats real quick. It's not really a video where I'm gonna update on the goats, but I do want to feed them real quick, so we'll show you guys that real quick. They are looking good though. Both bucks are looking fine. All the goats are looking fine. They're still not real friendly with each other yet, but I don't know. It's just gonna be a late season, I think, for breeding season. We'll give you an update on the super sack. It is looking good. I don't see any attempts on anything where like a mouse or a rat has tried to chew through it yet, so we're good there. Which I think the cat, I don't even know where that cat's at. I usually see it at night. The cat's in here, and like I said in my comments of one of the videos, I got several barn snakes. So let's feed the goats real quick. So Chip's been standing his ground so far today. He's got his own little pell. They'll come over here and move him out of the way, but he'll fight them back usually. The rest of them are sharing the other 3. But like I said, this isn't really an update on the goats. I do plan on building a feeder this weekend, so it'll be easier for the goats, all the goats, to eat and not have to headbutt each other and move each other out of the way.
And that'll probably be your next video.
But Chip is eating by himself. He's in the pen eating with them, and they're not bothering him, so that's a good sign. See, look at all these goats sharing. But this is the one I put the most feed in. Chip's still by himself. That's good. They tried to come over here and he headbutted several of them, so they walked off. So maybe it's turning around.
Jenny, Bella. You want to play?
These 2 dogs have really never played much together.
No.
Bella's used to playing with 2 small dogs. She's not used to playing with the big dog.
No.
She's not used to playing with the dog bigger than her. Go play, Bella. Go play.
Sit. Sit. Bella's like, I'll do it. Good girl, Bella. You can't have these. You can't have these. there, now let's play. Uneventful.
Megan, come here, boy. Come here, Megan.
He's trying.
Megan. Hey, hey. What are you doing over here?
How do you get over here? How do you get over here? Come on, Chip.
Chip.
Come on, Chipper. Chip.
Chip.
Oh, come on, Chip. Chip.
Chip.
Go to your dad.
Well, there's Tanya. I'll be darned.
Hi.
Okay, that's all I'm really going to do today on today's portion of the update. We'll pick this video up tomorrow, which will be like that for you guys, but I'm going to take you guys back to the back of the property and show you where I
Oh, Donald's
Chicken fight.
mad.
Anyway, I'll take you back there to the back of the property, show you where I hunt. I need to set up my cameras, my trail cameras, so I can start getting pictures of the bucks coming in. Right. Okay, y'all, it's the next morning. We're gonna run out to where I do most of my hunting. I have a couple of cameras out there. We're gonna take a look at those, go pick up some new batteries, and get that part taken care of off camera. But I'll show you the deer stand I use and kind of where I hunt and the patterns I watch for out there. But while we're walking by the Megatron's pen, we'll go ahead and take a look at them real quick too. So all the does are just up under the lean-to, laying down. They didn't get up until they saw me. But Megatron, he's out there eating. He's more interested in eating. They're all looking good. What do you think, girl? Okay, so from the buck pen, from Megatron's pen, I'll kind of show you the direction we go to get to where I hunt. And I'll probably speed this up because this will be about a 3-minute walk if I don't. Okay, so this is the back of the property. I planned on trying to hunt out in this area opening right here this year, but I didn't get around to getting anything done. So if I go that way about another 100 yards, I have an opening, and that's where I hunt. That's where I hunt from a ground blind, because it's a pretty good opening. But where I hunt from my tree stands about probably 150 yards this way. Okay, here's the two-man tree stand I've got up, ladder stand. And most of my deer come from behind me. So I've got to make sure that I have a south wind, kind of like I do today, to hunt, because all the deer come from right back there, past all those trees. And usually they come right through here, which is kind of grown back up a little bit, but they'll make their trail. You'll see their trail this winter, but they'll come right through there to get to all the corn that I put out right in here. So I like to have I'll have to trim this back a little bit right here. I like to have a camera right here on this tree. And then sometimes I put a camera on that small tree right there as well, from a different angle. But all my cameras right now, or two of my cameras, are actually set up right over here, and I'll show you why. Oops, I passed it. It's this way. I'll get poison ivy. I've got one camera set right there, so I'm going to take it off. And the other camera's on that tree. You can see it. And that's because I was tracking the beaver that did this right here. So a beaver chewed through this tree. There's the stump. And that's a big tree. I did a video on this guy, trying to hunt this guy, because I don't have a beaver trap. I don't have a way to really trap him. So I was just going to hunt him. But he did all that in about, or two, actually it was two of them. They did all that in about a month period. And then they just left it here. They didn't do anything with it, of course. So I was also going to put a tree stand over on that side of the pond, because I do see a lot of tracks over there, but I just never really hunted on that side before. It's just so close to my parents' house right over there. But I'm going to go ahead and grab these cameras and take them back to the house. There's one right there. And then I'll put batteries in them this evening and bring them back out here and put them where I need them. Okay, I want to go ahead and show you guys where I hunt back here on the other side. So my sister and brother-in-law come down ever so often, and they're from the Tahlequah area. And my brother-in-law, he works for the Cherokee Nation. He does a lot of their dirt work and stuff like that, tractor work. And when he's down, he loves getting on the tractor and just mowing stuff for us. So that's why all this is cut low, because he's come down and mows it for us. So this, my ground blind will usually be right over there. I try to get my deer right in this area. I also have a tree stand. Nah, you're not gonna be able to see it, up in there. And that T-post right there will be where I put a camera also. So this fence line is our property line. And this is the east side of my property. It's 540 acres over here that no one lives on, so it's nice. But there's a lot of hunting out here, so I do compete with a lot of hunters. But that goes way downhill back there. You can see the top of trees. Top of those trees are more like my level, so my property's kind of on the top of, it's kind of at the top of the elevation up here. All right, so I have to get my ground blind out and put it out over there. I try to feed out right in this area. And then we have other access down this path here. I'm not going to walk it because usually it'll bring out dogs from down the road. They'll hear me and start running this way. And then hopefully I can start clearing a path here because I really want to hunt amongst all those trees in there. Okay, the last thing I want to give you guys an update on is my chickens. That's Donald, our rooster. And for you guys that don't know, Donald, we named him Donald after but it was because this rooster had a lot of yellow hair on its head. That was why we named it. Now his hair on his head is the feathers is completely white, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But back when he was young, he had yellow hair. Let's see, I thought I saw some more chickens out here. Let's go around here. They're probably in the goat pen. I know it's windy out here today, guys, so bear with me. Sorry. There's one. There's one. Okay, so I'm down to 7 chickens, 6 hens and a rooster. A month ago, I had 14 hens and 1 rooster. So I've lost 8 chickens, 8 hens in the last month. And I'm pretty certain it's 2 different owls that are on our property. Because I don't find any carcass at all. I can't find the chickens at all anywhere. I mean, I know other animals could be dragging it off as well, but I'm almost certain it's an owl right before it gets dark. The chickens will still be out here, and they're usually off in this area under all the trees where the owls are. So I'm pretty sure an owl's taking them. I would not think so, because I would think they'd be big enough that the owls would go after something smaller, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I can't figure it out. So I do plan on getting about 15 to 20 leghorns, and I'm gonna put them in the pimp, Billy, over at Permapastures Farm. He built a chicken tractor on steroids, so I plan on building something very similar to that. So I will put my leghorns out in the pasture with that around a net, or a net will be around that. I'll pretty much do the same system he's got. I probably won't do all the composting he does. I just don't have time. My full-time job and all my overtime just keeps me too busy. So, but I do plan on doing some composting with it. I won't be able to turn it every day like he does. So his system where it composts and, you know, pretty quick. It's gonna be probably 2 or 3 times as long for me. So, but that's a quick update on the farm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I've got to go take Tanya to her 3-week post-op appointment today. Hopefully she gets a clear bill so she can kind of start doing her other stuff. So I see a couple of chickens over by our house. Anyway, got sidetracked. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you're new to the channel, go down and hit that subscribe button. It'd really help us out. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, and leave us comments. We'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.